You can sit at a kitchen table with $1 million on paper and still be closer to running out than you think. The danger is not only what you saved, it is what your plan forces you to sell when bad years arrive. And in a few minutes, I will show you the three-part structure that helps retirees almost never run out. Retirement safety is usually taught as a number: 2 million, 1 million, 25 times your spending. But once you stop earning a paycheck, your portfolio becomes both your engine and your grocery store. That is where the hidden problem begins. Investing while adding money is very different from investing while removing money. Picture two identical retirement accounts. Each starts with $1,000. Each averages the same return over time. One account gets rough years early, the other gets rough years late. Same ingredients, different order. If you never withdraw $1, order matters much less. Multiplication does not care much about the sequence. But the moment you take spending money out, the order can become the difference between comfort and panic. Suppose your $1,000 drops 25% early and you also need $40,000 for living expenses. You are not recovering from $1 million anymore. You may be recovering from roughly $710,000 or $720,000. The shares you sold for groceries are gone. They do not come back when the market recovers. Think of it like cutting down fruit trees during a drought. You survive the month but lose future harvests. This is sequence risk. It means the first years of retirement can carry more danger than the average return suggests. You can do nothing foolish, avoid hot stocks, and still be hurt if your plan is too rigid. The fragile window is usually the handful of years around the day your paycheck stops. Your savings may be near their peak and your withdrawals have just begun. That combination deserves respect. So here is the hopeful part. You cannot control the market order, but you can control your structure. People who almost never run out are not always richer. They usually have more room to adjust. Tool 1 is a floor under essentials. Start with the bills you truly cannot skip. Housing, food, utilities, insurance premiums, basic transportation, and medicine belong on this first list. Then ask how much of that can be covered by income that does not depend on selling stocks. That may include Social Security, a pension, part-time income, cash reserves, or carefully evaluated guaranteed income. Guaranteed products can have fees and restrictions, so you do not buy them casually. You study them carefully. If essentials are $3,500 a month and steady income covers $2,700, only $800 is exposed. Now, a bad market year threatens the vacation, not the electric bill. That is a different kind of sleep. Tool 2 is a cushion. Keep near-term spending away from the stock market. The cushion is not there to get rich. It is there so you are not a forced seller. For many households, 1 to 3 years of planned withdrawals is the range worth discussing. If your portfolio must supply $2,000 a month, 1 year is $24,000, 3 years is $72,000. When stocks fall, you spend from the cushion first and give your long-term money time to recover. A cushion will not solve every long bear market. It simply buys time, and time is valuable. Tool 3 is spending guardrails. This is where your plan learns to bend. A rigid rule says spend the same inflation-adjusted amount no matter what your balance is doing. Guardrails say if withdrawals become too large a slice, trim. If the portfolio grows, loosen. For example, you might set a starting withdrawal rate, then draw an upper warning line and lower comfort line. If your $40,000 withdrawal becomes too heavy for a smaller account, you cut spending by 10%. If markets have been kind and your account grows strongly, the rule can allow a measured raise. The point is not punishment. The point is to avoid selling too much when prices are low. But guardrails only work if you obey them. A 10% cut must be real, not theoretical. A $500 monthly trim may mean fewer restaurant meals, one less trip, or delaying a purchase. Yet $500 a month is $6,000 a year that stays invested during a vulnerable period. And $300 a month is $36,000 over a decade before growth. Small flexibility becomes real money. Even a single $1,200 withdrawal avoided could become about $5,000 after 30 years at 5%. Now add a fourth habit. Keep permanent fixed costs modest before you retire. A $700 monthly obligation is $84,000 over 10 years before inflation, repairs, or opportunity costs. Flexible spending can be paused. Fixed spending knocks every month, even when markets are ugly. Quiet wealth is often boring, a paid-down lifestyle, fewer promises, and more options. The fifth habit is rehearsal. Decide now what you would cut in a bad year. Make 2 lists, essentials you protect and extras you can reduce without damaging your life. That line between essential and flexible spending is one of the most important numbers in retirement. If you spend $6,000 a month but $1,500 is flexible, you have a 25% adjustment zone. If every dollar is locked into payments, the market has very little room to be wrong. So the structure is simple: floor under essentials, cushion for near-term withdrawals, guardrails for spending. With that structure, a downturn becomes weather you planned for, not a personal financial emergency. No plan can promise never, but a flexible plan can greatly reduce the ways you run out. Your task this week is plain. Write your essential monthly number and your flexible monthly number. Running out is often not caused by one bad year. It is caused by rigidity during several bad moments. Build the floor, keep the cushion, let spending breathe. If this helped, subscribe so the next lesson finds you.